Yeah, I've been real impressed with Manly. You try and stay a couple of weeks ahead of yourself. Once you get your preparation done for that immediate week. So I've been watching them a little bit lately and watched them again last night. And I thought last night was a really impressive performance. They played very tough. They seem to be relaxed. They all seem to know what they're doing, and they're playing for each other. And that's a dangerous side to play against.
Do you think that you need to do to compete?
We've got to keep. We've seemed to fix one area up one week, and then we fall back into bad habits in other areas. And that's all about being consistent. So we need to. We're putting in decent patches in games, but haven't been consistent for the 80 minutes from the word go. So it's hard to put your finger on why, and there's no excuses for why, because every player that takes the field should know their job. But it's a work in progress. We got parts of the game right last week, but nowhere near enough. So we just keep working on being consistent.
Is this a must-win game?
Well, they're all must-win. We get asked that question, I suppose, from round one and continue right through. It's in the context of where we sit. It's probably not a must-win, but a must-play well. We've got to get consistency in the way we're playing, and if we don't, we'll keep winning one and losing one, winning one and losing one. So we need to play well and reach some levels that we haven't quite reached yet.
Are you looking to bring anyone in mid-season now that Brad Myers has pulled stumps?
Not particularly. No, it's not something that we spoke about. You lose. We've lost Kevy Gordon for the season. You lose. That's just footy. You can't. Every time you lose someone, you can't keep going and buying someone. That's what your off season's about. Is preparing. We were about 30 players prepared. So unless we lose another couple, touch wood, that don't happen. We should be right with what we have.
Over the last couple of years, you've prided yourselves on consistency. Can you put your finger on why it's not happening this year?
Well, like I say, there's reasons, but you bring up reasons, and people sort of say you're using excuses. So it's we've struggled to field a consistent side. We've had players in key positions, in the 9 and the 6 and the fullback. We've had different guys in different jumpers. That can be a reason why things slip, but it's defensively it's no excuse at all. Maybe it's a reason that we get a little bit disjointed with the ball in hand, but defensively, your roles don't change no matter who it is, and that's where, for me, we've been a little bit disappointing.
Along those lines, to have ball back in the middle, is that obviously going to help the cause?
Yeah, you can't train guys to do what he does. You can't tell guys to do what he does. Him and Nathan Friend out of the side last week from the Roosters game was a massive. It's a huge effort on the rest of the guys to take up the slack. They do so much work, and they know when to rest and they know when not to rest. And that's what experience is.
Robbed it for Riley as your starting hooker. Is that you're still looking at both of them? Or
Yeah, it just it'll keep moving as we go. If the side's in form, sometimes it's hard to pick a side and lose and then change. Where do you go then? You've got to show faith in fellas. We've got a lot of injuries at the moment. A lot of guys didn't train today, so we're nowhere near finalising a side for next week yet.